A Texas rapper and his 5-year-old daughter met their untimely demise in a horrifying event that has sent shockwaves through their community and beyond. Described by authorities as a targeted and premeditated attack, the shooting has left a profound void in the lives of family, friends, and fans. It has ignited discussions about the prevalence of violence, the lives affected by it, and the pressing need for solutions. This senseless loss is not just the story of a promising artist and his innocent child. It is also a reflection of the broader challenges facing society today, as communities across the nation grapple with the consequences of escalating violence. The tragic incident unfolded on a seemingly ordinary Monday morning. The rapper, identified as 30-year-old Ronnie Smith, known in the Texas rap scene as Lil Ronnie, had taken his young daughter Ramani to Slappy's Car Wash in Dallas. Car Wash was a familiar spot, a place where locals came to clean their vehicles and share the simple moments that make up everyday life. For Smith and his daughter, it was likely just another routine outing, a chance for a father and his child to spend time together. But what began as an unremarkable errand quickly descended into chaos and heartbreak, leaving an indelible mark on all who bore witness. The assailants arrived at the scene in a white 4-door Kia, their actions deliberate and chilling. According to witness accounts and surveillance footage, the two gunmen exited their vehicle with purpose. There was no hesitation, no moment of doubt, only the cold and calculated steps of individuals intent on carrying out a deadly mission. As they approached Smith's car, the sense of foreboding grew palpable. The events that followed would leave an indelible scar on the hearts of all who saw or heard about them. A harrowing video of the attack, now widely circulated on social media, captures the raw and terrifying moments of the shooting. In the footage, Smith can be seen making a desperate attempt to protect his daughter. Witnesses described his actions as both brave and heartbreaking. He left the safety of the car, seemingly to draw the attacker's focus away from his child. His love for his daughter was evident in his every move, even in the face of imminent danger. But the gunmen were relentless. The sound of gunfire echoed through the air, each shot a stark reminder of the fragility of life. Smith was struck by multiple bullets, collapsing to the ground as the attackers continued their assault. For those who witnessed the scene, the horror was inescapable. A bystander who later spoke to CBS Dallas-Fort Worth recalled hearing between 20 and 30 shots fired in rapid succession, a chilling testament to the brutality of the attack. When authorities arrived, they found a scene of unimaginable loss. Smith and his daughter were both pronounced dead at the scene, their lives cut short in a moment of senseless violence. Car Wash, once a place of mundane routines, was now a crime scene, its pavement marked by the aftermath of a tragedy. For the bystanders who had witnessed the attack, the images would remain seared into their memories: a father's love, a child's innocence, and the devastating finality of violence. As news of the shooting spread, the community was plunged into grief. Family members, friends, and fans struggled to come to terms with the loss of two lives that had been so full of promise. Among the most vocal in her sorrow was Smith's aunt, Stella Houston. In an emotional interview with Fox Dallas-Fort Worth, she expressed the anguish and disbelief felt by those who knew Smith and Ramani. Her voice trembled as she spoke of her nephew's character, describing him as a family-oriented man who didn't bother nobody. Her words painted a picture of a young father who loved his daughter deeply, who worked hard to provide for her, and who dreamed of a brighter future for them both. The pain of the loss was compounded by the senselessness of the act. Smith was not just a rapper. He was a father, a son, a nephew, and a friend. He was a young man with aspirations and a deep love for his daughter. His music, which had gained a growing following, was a reflection of his experiences and the realities of life in his community. With 3 albums listed on Spotify and over 40,000 monthly listeners, Smith had begun to make a name for himself in the competitive world of Texas rap. His tracks, characterized by raw emotion and authenticity, resonated with those who saw in his music a mirror of their own struggles and triumphs. Among his most notable works was the track Hood Frame Killuminati, a collaboration with rapper Go Yeo. Released in 2018, the song had helped to establish Smith's credibility in the underground rap scene. It was a testament to his talent and his ability to connect with listeners on a deeply personal level. Yet, for all his success in music, Smith's true passion was his role as a father. To those who knew him, his love for his daughter was undeniable. Ronnie was the light of his life, a bright and spirited child who brought joy to all who knew her. The timing of the tragedy added an even greater layer of heartbreak. Just one day before the shooting, Ronnie had celebrated her 5th birthday. It had been a day of joy and laughter, a celebration of a life filled with promise. Photos from the day show a little girl full of happiness, her eyes alight with the innocence of childhood. That this joy could be so quickly overshadowed by loss is a cruel reminder of the unpredictability and fragility of life. The investigation into the shooting is ongoing, with authorities working tirelessly to uncover the motives behind the attack. The suspects, described as black males wearing blue jeans and gray sweaters, remain at large, though police have identified one of them and issued a warrant for his arrest on capital murder charges. The motives behind the attack remain unclear, leaving the community to grapple with questions that may never be fully answered. Was this a targeted hit? Case of mistaken identity? Or something else entirely? What is clear, however, is that the impact of this tragedy will be felt for years to come. Slappy's Car Wash, the site of the shooting, has temporarily closed its doors to allow for the investigation to proceed. In a statement, the management expressed their condolences to the victims' families and pledged to cooperate fully with law enforcement. Closure is a reminder of the ripple effects of violence, as even those indirectly affected must find ways to process and respond to the tragedy. As the days have passed, the community has come together to mourn the loss of Smith and Ronnie. Vigils have been held, drawing crowds of friends, family, and supporters who have come to pay their respects and demand justice. These gatherings have been both a celebration of the lives lost and a call to action. Community leaders and activists have spoken out against the violence, urging for greater efforts to address the root causes of such tragedies. Ronnie Smith's life had always been a mixture of challenges and aspirations, a story that resonated with many who grew up in the urban tapestry of Dallas. From the very beginning, his existence had been marked by the push and pull of dreams versus reality. Born in a neighborhood that had seen its share of struggles, Ronnie was no stranger to adversity. Yet, even amidst the hardships, he carried within him a spark, a yearning to create, to build something meaningful out of the fragments of his surroundings. Music became his sanctuary, a realm where he could transform pain into poetry, challenges into beats, and dreams into lyrics that spoke to the soul. As a child, Ronnie would often be found tapping out rhythms on whatever surface was available: kitchen counters, school desks, even the dashboard of his father's old car. His family recognized his passion early on, and although resources were scarce, they did what they could to support his budding talent.